Hello and welcome back to my Milestone 4 screencast of my portfolio website project I'm working on for CST 150 Intro to Web Development. So let's just jump right into it. And so this here is my home page, which I'm going to be adjusting. So the first four links, so one, two, three, four, I didn't make any changes. It's only in this last one. I made a change called Score Tracker. So let's just go ahead and check it out. So when you open it up, this is what it looks like. And the first thing I'd like to point out is this H1 tag up here. So this is pretty much what I use the Google fonts. So if we check out the code, as you can see, I linked in the code from Google Fonts, and I guess it's called Acme. That's what the name of the Google font is. And if you go to the linked CSS, if you go down to the very bottom, as you can see, I have a class called Google Fonts is what I decided to name it. Go back to Score Tracker and go to the H1. As you can see, within the H1, I have the class connecting to the Google font, so that requirement is pretty much checked off. But if you just get into the actual content, I want to also show like the Flexbox, because we were supposed to show the Flexbox as well during this milestone 4. So the first thing I want to point out is this div right here. As you can see, it's highlighted, it's a div, but within that div I have two other divs. The first div is called the home flex. So basically this is for the home team, as you can see. And then the other one is called the away flex, and this is for the away team div. And then I pretty much just flex boxed it, and then I individually for each one's adjusted the content. So I'm gonna close this, and then we'll actually get into the what this web page does. So you get to choose a home team. So you click it, it puts up a Windows prompt, and it asks for name of a point guard for the home team. So I'll put Russell Westbrook, and then you can press OK. And then as you can see, these three buttons pop up on this side, and then it sets his name up as well. And most all of this is being done with JavaScript in the backend. Basically, these are already set up. Let me show you real quickly. So if you check out so we're in the home flex div. This is the title for what team it is, but then we get into this actual home point guard section right here. So as you can see, we do an on click function called set name, and it passes these arguments. And these components are pretty much the buttons that are attached. So we have the button +2, button +3, and then we have a button miss. And so this div is actually hidden, but when the JavaScript code goes for set name, the display on this goes from display none to display block. That's pretty much how I get these to pop up. So we'll just go through and we'll just fill the team. So I guess I'll do, who should we do for shooting guard? I don't know. Let's just forget that for now. Let's go to away team. I know Kyrie Irving is not playing right now, but put his name there. For shooting guard, we'll do James Harden. For small forward, we'll do. Oh man, actually, small forward is supposed to be James Harden, but we have Patty Mills, which was supposed to be the shooting guard. We'll do Kevin Durant, and we'll do LaMarcus Aldridge. So we got this team. For our center here, we have Dwight Howard. For the power forward, we have Anthony A.D. Davis. For small forward, we'll do LeBron James. I'm not quite sure who I should put for. I really don't know who's on this team as far as besides those guys, which is kind of bad. But we'll just give a shooting guard to Kobe Bryant. R.I.P. Kobe. And so basically what happens from here is we just kind of, you could like set points. So you press miss, obviously nothing happens. Nothing is happening on the screen. But if you press +2, as you can see, it changes. So it changes depending on who's up. So since home team is up, they get 2 points and the screen. Away score, obviously no points there, 0. But let's say Kevin Durant hits a 3. As you can see, it changes. And then let's say LeBron James hits a 3. And then James Harden hits a 2. And as you can see, they're kind of like the same color now. So if they're the same score, it turns white. But if one team is up, the color changes on that. So I just kind of keep that dynamic. And so we can mess around with this. And so, yeah, that's pretty much how this works. And then this is an animation right here, which is why it's like blinking, which I think is pretty cool. And if we actually check out the code for all this, as you can see in the home flex div, we have our, obviously, each is labeled home center, same basically style. You have the components attached, which are not showing until the actual set name is set. And then we go through. This is just a horizontal line, but it's actually displays as a vertical line because of the Flexbox. Then we have the weighting flex, obviously same format still, set name, components. Then we go all the way down. And this is our start of our script. I have the initial scores set up, and then I just kind of set the in via JavaScript using inner HTML, set the away score this way, and then here's how we add points. So basically, with this function, I pass in what team it is and how much the point is worth. So it'll be a 2 or 3, and then if statement to see like, okay, if home score is up, or so if it's a home team, give home a point. If it's away team, give away team a point. Here is the color filtering. So it's like if home score is greater than away score, set the colors versus, home score is less than away score, else as if they're the same point. Here's the set name function I was showing. These are all the arguments being passed through. So basically prompts for the position. And I had to break it up because of just like the way the stuff was being formatted, because center only has one letter. The formatting was off. So this is why for point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and power forward, there's a different else, if else, and versus the center. And that's pretty much it. We finish off with the return link, and we'll just check out the CSS real quick. Obviously the Google fonts, away flex, home flex, and then this is the Flexbox. Here's the keyframes animation. This is for the scoreboard. We have the return link over here, which has the animation in it. Then, as you can see, all those components for both the away team and the home team are all display none until you actually set the name, then they become display block. We have the miss button, we have the +3 button, +2 button, and we have just a button in general. At this moment, I don't know. Oh, this is for this button is for the label to be like click here to set. Then we have just a margin to author, which I'm not showing in this case, H1 in the body. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this milestone update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.